Yo, it's Harlem on the rise, yo, we love to get the money. This a podcast, you can catch us being funny. Yeah, from 7 to 9, we litty and live. So stop everything, this is serious vibe. Catch us on a Wednesday, it's litty on a hump day. Listen in your car, got the Beamer or the Hyundai. Facebook Live, we live on the rec. You can...
It will. It's actually, I've been doing music professionally for the past going on 6 years, but it was more so me learning the business first because I didn't want to just come in and just start being a SoundCloud artist. Right. So I took my time and did my due diligence, as well as I had to make sure that I graduated from college first. My parents wasn't going to support me unless I did. Right. So yeah, last year it was my debut project, The Introduction, which is streaming on all music platforms. Make sure y'all get that. Produced by Heavy Hitter Chill Vibes, a multi-platinum Heavy Hitter Chill Vibes. He's from Houston as well. Yeah, it's been good. I'm doing the independent route, so it's a little pricey, but I'm gonna make it up in the long run, so I don't take no losses. But it's been a journey.
See, the thing about the independent route, I think artists appreciate it more when it pop off for them.
Facts.
Like you said, it's so much. Like you said, it's pricey.
Yeah.
Like the press run, you getting a flight out here, you come in, then you may take a flight somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
It get pricey, so you appreciate it more.
Yeah. Very pricey because I don't do it by myself. I have my team with me as well. So
exactly.
Yeah, but in due time.
Yeah, it gets pricey, but if it go well,
it will.
You make that money.
Power of the tongue.
Power of the tongue.
You make that money. Exactly.
Yeah, we definitely gonna get the coins back.
So you said you started singing 2 years ago. What got you interested in like really taking it full force?
I wouldn't say it was 2 years ago. It was just so I put out my music, my project 2 years ago. Okay. But I always sung. I started, of course, in church. I'm Catholic.
Right.
So it was more so like opera. Mm-hmm. And I was actually classically trained, and I went to school at Prairie View as well on a music chorale scholarship at once upon a time before I transferred. And I just wanted to do music. Really, let me tell you how I started doing this. Is because it was one day I went to Bayou Classic. I'm not sure if y'all are aware of that, but Bayou Classic is Southern versus Grambling. It's during Thanksgiving break. It's in New Orleans. Right. And we were driving down Bourbon Street, and my cousins, they ended up going to Full Sail in Orlando to do audio engineering. And they were playing one of their tracks. And I'm like, who is this? A jam? And they're like, oh, that's me. And I'm like, hell, I've been the one who's singing longer than all y'all, but they was rapping at the time. Mm-hmm. So I ended up just taking a flight. It was my sophomore year in college. Ended up taking a flight. Instead of going out to Cancun with my friends, I went to Florida to go record. And I thought it was going to be in a studio, but it ended up being in a living room and then in a closet. But nevertheless, I had to start somewhere. But my cousins, they helped me. They triggered it once I heard it, and I'm like, I wonder how I sound on the track. And then, from there, everything is history.
All right, so you label yourself as a funkstress. What's a funkstress?
Oh, the funk.
Okay.
It's funk. My parents are a little older, so I was raised upon like the Maze, Earth, Wind and Fire, Shaka Khan. Right. So the funk is definitely there. So, yeah.
I like that. I like the funkstress. So who was anybody mentor you? Like you had a mentor or something like that?
No. I mean, my dad, he's also my manager. He's an entrepreneur. He has his own business as well. So in regards of me creating my own label and learning how to run a business would be him in the mentorship. In regards of like musical mentorship, I don't have one. I don't have a mentor, but I'm looking for it. Whoever have the patience for me, I'm open.
What's some of the artists you work with?
I haven't worked with any artists at the moment. At this point, well, actually, I'm going to say, at the beginning, I didn't want to work with other artists because I wanted to find who I was as an artist first. And, if you get in a surrounding where these artists are already established and developed, yes, you can learn from them, but you can also create habits because that's what they showed you. So I made sure that I found my own, self artistry in the artist that I am. And I mean, now I'm ready to collaborate and feature with different artists. I'm open to anybody as long as it's good.
So let's talk about that song, Get Litty. I listened to the track.
Yeah.
It had like a R&B pop type of feel.
Thanks.
Yeah. I think we're gonna play that song. We had that song.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to the Get Litty real quick for you guys.
Yeah.
It's definitely a great song.
Play that song and let y'all hear it. Imani Scott.
Good times on the schedule, so you know what's up. No worries on my mind, so no one looking fine. And I just wanna celebrate life. Hey, hit 'em with a hard drip, loud bass, keep it bumping on. Good vibes, good music, keep it jumping on. Know I love it, and I know you feel the feeling. You know I hit the moves, so you better catch the rhythm. I just got paid, so you know what I'm about to do. My makeup's laid, so you know what I'm about to do. You say my favorite song, so you know what I'm about to do. After putting my freak, I'm dressed on, so you know what I'm about to do. I'm about to get it, I'm about to get it. Said I'm about to hit the city, said I'm about to get it. I'm about to get it, I'm about to get it. Said I'm about to get it. Said I'm about to hit the city.
That was crazy.
Okay, MC,
Yeah.
do what you do.
Nah, that was hot. That was hot.
So, Imani, man,
That was crazy.
how is it working with the great Yoma?
He is a
Beyonce, something like he worked
he worked with plethora of people. Like I said, he's a heavy hitter. Beyonce, Whitney Houston, Rick Ross, Chris Brown, Trey Songz, just to list a few. But very humble guy. He's really quiet, and he's very particular about the artists that he works with. He typically, like I said, he's been working with the top A-list artists, so he's very particular with the independent artists that he actually works with. And at first, he kind of denied me until I came back with my dad, and we sat down, and I played him some of my music that I wrote, and he heard the quality. He was like, I wish I could have recorded this, engineered this for you. And from there, everything was history, but the vibes is there.
So what the one song that you think that caught his ear? Like he's like, wow.
It was Sex You Up. It's on SoundCloud.
Sex You Up?
Sex You Up. It's actually inspired by Color Me Bad. It's
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah. He can hear it. I heard it. I sung it.
So I heard in Houston they call you the next Beyonce.
Man, that wasn't even in Houston. That was actually in New York. But
Got a little write-up here says the next Beyonce.
Oh yeah. That's a major thing.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pressure. I'm gonna live up to the pressure, but I am my own person.
I think it's a compliment.
Oh yeah, and it was
They say
showbiz.
you the next Beyonce, they must say you got it going on. That's how I'm taking it. This girl, watch out for this girl right here. She coming.
Yeah, for sure. That was Showbiz 411, and that was good friend Roger Philman. But yeah, that's a lot of pressure. Nevertheless, I'm gonna live up to it. I'm grinding.
So do you sing or you sing and dance?
Both.
Okay, because I think I looked on your press kit and I see you working out.
Oh yeah,
Getting it right and all that type of stuff.
it's been a long journey. That was another reason why I was hesitant coming out. I wanted to make sure I could come out where I'll be comfortable, which included me losing weight. Yeah, some more work to do, but still, there's always progression every day.
So how we do it, like all our guests, all our artists, we normally have them freestyle something. So can you sing something real quick?
Oh, okay.
Sing the song.
I'm about to sing Sex You Up.
Sex You Up.
Vibrate, please.
Here we go.
And
Imani Scott.
hey, sugar, honey, baby, you've been on my mind lately. I remember days you came in, gave me heaven sensation. We went up, down, around, and grind like we do. When I think about all of the things you had me do, boy, you had me going crazy, baby. Let me tell you what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
that's great.
Thank you. On the spot.
That's great.
So yeah, that was actually I wrote that about 6 years ago. So yeah.
So you got an album done?
Yeah, my debut project, The Introduction, once again streaming on all music outlets.
All right.
It's nothing but full of funk, happiness, and good vibes.
So you said you've been receiving good feedback from the media, right?
Yeah, obviously they don't put me like that. It definitely.
Wow, welcome to This Monster Drink is Crazy.
Callie, explain to them how it was when I walked in here before I had this monster.
Doc, you was real dry until you had this Monster Energy drink right here. I'm telling you, like, this is a picker-upper.
I said I drank this monster drink. Y'all got to get with the program, champ. A lot of good feedback.
Yeah. But it's something different. It's something new. It's something that's not really out right now. And the closest thing that we have to it, I guess, would be Bruno Mars. So it's, and I'm a female, so it's a refreshing thing to have somebody who's really trying to put that happiness back into the music.
It's crazy that it's funny that you're here. If I'd have known, more about that you being here and this what you're doing, they have a showcase tomorrow at SOB's.
Yeah.
You know about it?
Yeah. Deborah just told me upstairs.
Yeah.
She invited me.
Yeah, it's good they have all the big people come out there.
I went, actually, when we was at the Grammys in January, I saw that. It was really dope. I think it was, who performed March? Yeah. Some legends.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm going to be there.
Yeah, because they might get you on stage.
Yeah. They have a live band, right? Just do some covers.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. And that's what another thing, too. I perform strictly with a live band. So,
yeah?
Yeah. When I come back next time, it's going to be me and the band.
Like, what you could do if you go early.
Yeah.
And present your music to them. And, maybe, they probably get you on stage.
Yeah. We good for finessing our way on stage anyway.
Yeah.
We'll find a way.
That's if you say you're from Texas and y'all leaving soon.
That's how it's Sonny. That's the only just like that.
Nah, they got a slide already.
They put a slide in.
They got a slide already.
Dang, you be jumping like that.
Yeah.
You got to get the slides.
Yeah, they book and have everything locked in. It's not like you could just walk in and perform. It's not like that.
See, that's one thing I like about New York, because y'all have a lot of opportunity for people to get exposure as well as experience. In Houston, they don't have it too much. So it's like you have to set it up or look up.
Yeah. So that's the same thing we was talking to Sonny Lee about. Because, his mother said she brought him from Florida up here.
Mm-hmm.
I said, that's the best thing you did. Because up here, it's a land of opportunity. Right?
Yeah.
Everything is going on.
Everything, yeah.
I mean, you can do it, down south also, but you got to know people. You got to book spots. New York, you can just, it's crazy up there.
I think SOB's definitely be a good look.
Oh, yeah.
I was, recommend y'all go there.
Yeah.
Get there early.
What's early?
I said like 5. What time it start? They said 8, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I said like 5 because this way you could talk to the
But it's good networking
the
though.
program.
Yeah.
Even if you don't get on
if y'all ain't
stage.
doing nothing, because there's a lot of little things in the area y'all can kill some time. But you get there like 5, let them do music. Be like, I just found out about this.
Yeah.
I was on the beat 139, and they
Got to plug it in.
Yeah, you plug it in.
Yeah.
And you can put that on your resume too, because you came to New York and you did certain little things.
Yeah.
One of my last stops was at the Beat 139 SOBs, and then because that's good. That's a good look on your resume too.
I'm looking forward to that. We definitely gonna add all this.
Because
it helps.
And you get on the stage, you kill it. It'll be a lot of A&Rs. Everybody be there.
Yeah, I want to do it. I really want to do
They
it.
gave you the address already?
No.
When we go, I give you. No, I got.
So it's SOB, right?
Yeah, I get you the dress after when we get off there.
Yeah, I need it all.
Yeah.
But I like the way y'all move. I like your energy. Just like the other day when your manager walked up to me and she seen the Beat 139 shirt. She's like, "You work with the Beat 139?"
Mm-hmm.
And I looked. I said, "Yeah." She said, "We've been trying to get with y'all for a little while."
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, it's kind of cool because we get a lot of attention like that right now, and it's good to know that we able to get people on the show striving for success. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
but it worked out nice.
indeed.
I'm glad we was able to get on the end of y'all tour though.
Yeah.
Because y'all leaving this week, right?
Yeah, we leave on Friday. I'm glad y'all was able to squeeze me in.
Now I have somebody canceled out, so that it worked. God is good.
Yep.
God is good.
God is
Very
good.
much
Right? Dropped out and it worked
I
out.
told her that. I was like, God is. I said the same thing. I said that God is good because somebody just canceled.
Somebody
Look at
just
this right here.
Yep.
That's how it works sometimes. God's plan.
He said, "God." So that means y'all part of my journey now.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
All
absolutely.
right, y'all better embrace it.
So you didn't perform while you was here, right?
Yeah, I did at the Renaissance show, fashion show.
Yeah, she said she performed.
Yeah. It was in Manhattan. I don't remember where exactly, but
So they had like a fashion show while you was performing stuff. There's a lot of other artists up there too.
I think they had like 3 or 4 artists throughout the three artists. I was the last one.
It was good though.
Yeah, it was dope. Actually, we're doing some footage right now. I'm doing the Imani, so I record everything and I put that out to the on YouTube. So my fans, I call them diamonds because diamonds are our girl best friend. Yeah, and you'll see the footage of me performing there as well. Now there I didn't have a band because they didn't allow the band, but
You see, SOBs, I don't think they want to have a band. I don't think, kind of think about it. Do you have anything? Yeah,
well, no, I have,
instrumentals?
yeah,
Oh, you good then?
yeah, for sure. But if they have a band, I'll sing a cover song because I like the band feel. I'm not a track. I don't like singing on top of tracks. If it's my preference.
So let me ask you a question.
Hmm?
So who's your stylist? Because when they sent me the press kit, and I see a lot of different. You have a lot of different looks.
Yeah.
Different hairdos, different your clothing. It looks very attractive. Who's your stylist?
Oh, thank you. Imani Scott.
You?
Yeah. This is the one stop shop.
Huh?
Yeah, plug it in.
Yeah, she got some nice photos, man. She switched it up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's hot.
I love the wigs. The wigs, change them. Yep.
Wigs are in there.
Yep.
Everybody.
They've been in. They just, people are not afraid to say that it's a wig.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's common sense. My hair is blue.
Went out. I just think that the older generation was wearing, and the younger girls was like, and all of a sudden, like, you know what? Let me get with this.
That's just almost like my mom. She was asking me if I wanted some skinny jeans when I was in the 6th grade, and I was like, no. Then, like 4 years later, skinny jeans was popping. I was like, man, my mama had every color. I should have got them all. So I was like, I mean, the trend never stopped being trends. Just a different time era.
So the song "Get Litty," what was the feel when you started writing? Because I really like his up tempo and the hook is crazy.
Thank you. So I was really trying to go for the vibe of Johnny Kemp, Just Got Paid. Got paid. Yeah. So, but I wanted it to be, of course, like, more poppy. And it's just a song that's supposed to uplift. Basically, my entire project is full of happiness and funk. And I feel like today's generation, the music that we provide is very, like, depressing. It's always like Percocet, Molly Percocet, making yourself numb where you don't even really enjoy life anymore. And that's one thing that I wanted to make sure that I instilled into my music so my listeners can understand where I want to, like, take you on that musical journey. That's why I also incorporate live instrumentation, because a lot of people don't even know that live instrument actually stimulates the brain cells and the neurons and all that, the brain period. And that's why they tell pregnant women to play classical music, because it's supposed to enhance the baby's production. But yeah, so I wanted to make sure that I incorporate that into the Get Litty, as well as put a little 808 into it because of the generation of being, artificial sounds. But I think I know it's a hit. I'm ready for people to hear more.
But if you perform that tomorrow, because this is a city, New York City.
Yeah.
So it's like perfect
vibe
right now.
Yeah.
If you get on stage tomorrow and be able to pull that off, I think you'll have the crowd going crazy.
Oh yeah, I will pull it off.
You perform, but I'm pretty sure,
it's lit.
You'd be pretty hyped.
It's lit.
Get lit. Yeah.
It's lit. No, but for sure, I can't have no hype music and be drives on stage.
Yeah.
That would really get on my nerves to watch. But I hope this SOB thing really go through. You got to speak it into existence. So I'm gonna just keep doing that.
But like I said, if you don't get a chance to perform, it's good.
Networking. Oh yeah.
Work seriously, because a lot of people be looking for new art. Plus, when you come through, I know you're gonna look fly because a lot of the pictures, and you just gotta have that, that look where it's, man, she an artist, and they probably want to holler at you.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I think you would get through. For one, you come from Texas, and then people respect grinds.
Yeah,
people respect grinds, because this is not easy. So if you go out there, you go get there early, and you present yourself well. Like, listen, I need to go on the stage.
Yeah.
Let me just get one song. Because normally they give you like 8 minutes.
Okay.
So in the 8 minutes, people normally do like 3 songs in 8 minutes. But if you're like, just give me one.
Yeah, just give me 3 minutes.
Give me one. Say I leave tomorrow. You know how to do it.
Yeah, he know how to do it.
They get you on stage.
Yeah, we gonna get it. Are y'all gonna be there?
Yeah,
we gotta pull up.
Okay.
You just say the beat 139. I just know someone down there. I see if I could make a phone call.
Okay. Make some
I don't know if
shade.
they're still down there or not.
That's okay.
We got to pull up. We got to come down there. So describe your style in 3 words.
Sassy. Bright. Fun.
Okay.
Sassy, bright, and fun.
Sassy, bright, and fun, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, you got a whole list.
Yeah. how you feel about the chop and screw, the sound, the Texas sound?
Ah,
Did y'all did chop and screw music? Did you ever do that before?
yeah, I have on my SoundCloud. I actually did my old song is in chop and screw. That's just like a Houston thing out of respect, but that's not like something that we gonna do on a daily basis. I feel like chop and screw would put you in a whole nother mood.
Yeah.
So yeah, literally chopped and screwed. Yeah, that's how I have you feeling.
So how long you had them fronts?
About 2 years. Not this one, but
Right.
because I lose them
Yeah.
like water. Lose them like
Who's my
nobody
man that
business.
was down there was making a killing down there? Paul Wall, right?
And Johnny Gang.
Yeah, Paul Wall was killing. He
He's
made a
killing.
lot of money off
Mhm.
these fronts, man.
He's still. I was about to say he's still
I heard
there.
about Paul Wall in a minute.
What? He's still collecting the coin.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Wow.
he killing them, right?
Yeah. I think like Houston artists are more that we're not so much on the scene. I mean, the only president we really have is like Beyonce and Travis Scott that's really on the scene. Other than that, most of the other artists be laid back, collecting their coins
Yeah.
in peace.
Like Mike Brown.
Yeah. Mike Jones.
Mike Jones.
I was like Mike Brown. I'm talking about and I'm talking about yeah,
Mike Jones.
Mike
yeah.
Jones.
Huh?
But that's crazy. I was just wondering about Mike Jones, and he just came across my Instagram, and he's still saying, "Who Mike Jones?"
Yeah.
Mike Jones, huh?
Yeah.
How do you separate yourself from other artists?
By being myself and not following a trend, obviously makes me stand out. By just that's a given, but also, like I said, not following that trend and making sure that my sound is my sound. Like it's not going. Anytime you put another song next to mine, I'm not gonna sound like the next person. I feel like a lot of people are trying to sound like somebody so they can get more. I don't know if it's more relevancy or they trying to bite off of their artist. I don't know. I just think by me being who I am and creating the art that I'm creating, as well as not taking the auto-tune route, is definitely something that makes me stand out automatically, as well as intertwining, the old school feel with the new sound is something that's really different. Not so much just somebody who is sampling a song and then using that same cadence of the song that they're sampling and making their song. Actually my entire project is sampled, but me and my producer created, enough differentiation where you can't tell that it's been sampled. And I feel like that also makes me stand out as an artist because I'm using it as a reference rather than the entire track.
That make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So what artists did you grow up listening to?
Earth, Wind and Fire, Maze, Aaliyah, Beyonce, Destiny Child, Shaka Khan, Patti LaBelle. My house is like I told you, my parents are older, so on Saturday morning that's what was bumping.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's the first song you ever saw?
Amazing Grace.
Amazing Grace, huh? It's a
Mm-hmm.
classic, huh?
Yep. Never stops.
Amazing. You gotta have a voice to sing Amazing Grace.
Man.
Huh? That's I know.
What is the writing, creativity in the song? What the process is that like? The process?
So I'm gonna set the mood. We in the studio. It's me and my producer. Sometimes my dad comes in and out. I don't like a lot of people in my creative zone. I feel like that's my little happy spot, and I don't want toxic energy because sometimes I really feel vibrations, and whatever you feeling or however you giving off, I'm reflecting it. And you can change the colors in the room. I have my lights on blue, and it's candles. I like scented candles, and it's just a vibe. And then what we do is he'll ask me like what's inspiring you, then I'll tell him a song. Like for Get Litty, it was the Gap Band, Early in the Morning. That's one of the songs. It's actually simple. Once again, I was telling you it's simple, but you wouldn't be able to know until I tell somebody. But yeah, we'll listen to the song, watch their performances, and then so I can get a feel of how I want to portray that and make sure that I do portray it in my music. And then from there, we don't even really write. There's no such thing as writing. We'll get on the mic. And then sometimes we go back and forth.
I think that's smart. See, a lot of these new artists, they samples the sample that everyone always samples.
Yeah.
You went to like Gap Band and Earth, Wind and Fire, that funk sound with nobody do, so which is good.
Yeah, and also once again, I'm not just taking a whole like
You're just getting a reference.
yeah, and I think they're really missing that. I think they
Yeah, but when you old school's the best school.
yeah.
And a lot of
Also,
that.
it all depends on, like you said, that's the type of household you grew up in.
Yeah.
So you know it. A lot of people, I mean, it just goes back to rich homie core not knowing bigger.
Yeah.
That was
Exactly.
so
And
tragic.
most of the top artists that's out there grew up with that type of upbringing. You
Mm-hmm.
know, the old school music. My mother used to play this, and my father used to play that, and they developed that sound, and then it just.
That's how I know a lot of old school
Yeah,
music.
Yeah.
I mean, we all did.
I love that old school music. To me, that was the best era.
I mean, you know,
Yeah.
back in the days, I mean, I don't know how you grew up. It was like one stereo in the house. You had
Yeah,
Choice
yeah,
Butler
one
listening.
stereo.
That exactly how it was.
You know what I'm saying? But it was good music, though.
Yep.
Yeah,
Every
very
Saturday.
good music.
Bumping.
So what do you do when you're not singing and performing? What do you do?
Creating, doing like I cook a lot. I like to cook. So right now we're in the process, like I was saying, we're doing Imani Sods. I do a lot of that. I do hair as well. I don't like to do hair, but I'll do it on the side here and there. It's nonstop for me, honestly.
So you had to.
Yeah.
Some people try to call themselves an artist, but they got a million and one other things going on. It's hard.
Yeah.
You really have to really buckle down and really give this thing the time it needs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and get your team out there, and promotion is big.
Yeah. That's another thing that
Promotion is big. How your promotion is?
and we getting independent, but we making something shake. But nevertheless, God has been on my side because promotion has been really good. Not only that, it's another thing that I wanted to take. If I'm going to do the whole old school route, I want to go back to the old school route, which is like the, what do they call it? Guerrilla style, where you take it. Yeah. So that's what I'm actually creating. We're not even creating a flight. Was it Flight Promotions?
Yeah.
Flight Promotions. Shout out to them. Flight Team Promotions. We're going to be collaborating on some stuff so I can do this whole guerrilla style promotion.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I actually think that
Yeah, I wanted to, if I'm going to do the whole music when it's old school, I got to do the whole campaign as if it's old
I
school.
feel like coming from y'all because you know she has a lot of followers. I think like 43K,
What the fuck?
44K. That's
Yeah.
a lot, and also the way y'all approach me. You know, y'all moving. You know what I'm saying?
And that's us in every situation. Like,
And that's rare. You know, that's rare that people move like that. Got that type of hustle, that type of drive. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't think y'all gonna stop.
Yeah, I think y'all media team is great.
Thank you.
I definitely think that.
Thank you.
Like for her to even to have that muscle memory, be like, let's even see the shirt, be like, you know, I remember that.
Yeah, Sharita. Yeah.
actually, she seen
The videographer, Sharita.
and she was like, I wonder if you work at the station, I station. I said, what station? She's like, do right here with this shirt. I said, oh, that's the same person I was reaching out. Like that's the station I was reaching out to before we got here.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm about to go talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, heads.
She
Yeah.
actually see
Vision for
Shout out
Productions.
Sarita.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah.
So we just definitely been
Yup.
work, make a dream work, and it's definitely been a
Y'all's playing all the
pleasure.
time.
Yeah.
It definitely this was fun, you know.
Not to mention my brother Rex.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh yeah, recently introduced.
I about y'all was through T-Rex because he was interviewing y'all.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rex is our boy. Yeah. He's
Yeah.
done a lot of things with us as of lately, you know. And matter of fact, he did speak highly of you too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Especially when I posted, he said, I love her. I said, hold up, T-Rex, you know him? So I gave him a call. He's like, yeah, she's dope. And then he spoke about you, how I think he hung out with you a little bit and stuff like y'all was chopping it up, something like that. He met you before.
Yeah.
Right.
So, like,
Yeah.
I've been on since I was 16.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
So everything in New York is always,
Mhm.
you always make sure I go with these. Very nice.
Yeah.
Rex. Shout out to Rex.
Yeah,
cool.
shout out to Rex.
And thank y'all for having
And
me.
Definitely, it was
thank you
great.
for coming to the show.
Thank you.
You know, good to meet you.
Pleasure
I think
meeting
you got
Coming on the show.
a
Thank
bright
you.
future ahead. I think I'm waiting to hear you go. I'm waiting till you go mainstream so I can say she was on our show.
Oh, for sure.
And
I told you I got part of the journey now.
And I DJ, so I like the song. I'll put it in rotation.
You gonna play one more time?
Yeah, I play one more
Play
time.
one
I
more
like
time,
it.
man. We can go up with this. We can go up.
I like the.
It's on Spotify. It's on Spotify.
Okay, check out Imani
Grab another paint bottle, put it all in my cup. All these shots in my system make me wanna turn up. I don't know what's got in me, but I'm feeling the energy. It's like nothing can break me down. You know what I'm loud, baby. Keep it looking on.
God, give me a verse like you did a little while ago, didn't you? Did you say that? Did you say it?
And I know you feel the so you better catch the rhythm. I just got crazy. What I'm about to do. Now makeup crazy.
That's gonna be our contract. Harry, you didn't stay in church. That's gonna be our contract.
We about to get.
I love it, baby. Well, I guess it's crazy.
I ain't even gotta try cause I'm super duper fly, so fly, I don't know what to do. Ain't got time for the drive cause I'm feeling too loud when I'm stepping out with my crew. Get up there,
So we want to thank you once again.
Thank you.
Coming to the show.
Make sure y'all follow me on all social medias
We definitely will.
at Imani Scott, Imani.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm talking about to the people on the
Oh,
podcast.
that's right. The people on the podcast.
I'm just
That's right.
saying.
All the people support.
Now listen, look, the people on the podcast. Oh hell.
Scott,
Yeah, Imani Scott,
support.
Imani.
Can find you at before you go.
Imani Scott, IMANI SCOTT_ as well as ImaniScottMusic.com. Thank
Okay.
y'all.
B139.
We out. I'm Doc.
Don Vito, what's good? How y'all feeling?
Yeah, today we have Pastor Dr. Carl Washington. He here today for the new Mount Zion Church.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, so first we're gonna start off. We know you have to go, so we're gonna make this interview real quick. Where you from?
I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland. Born and raised on the east side. And those from Baltimore know the difference between the east side and the west side. So
Yeah, we heard the stories.
Everybody, yeah,
man.
we had like
Stories,
3 people
man.
from Baltimore, and everybody always
the
say that
stories.
east side and west
from
side.
the east side.
Yeah.
I'm east side.
Okay. East side's supposed to be the best side for us.
It's the best side. The best
Okay.
side. Yeah.
All right, okay.
So
All
what
right.
makes you come to New York?
Well, actually, I went to school in New Haven, Connecticut, and got called to a church in Connecticut. And then New Mount Zion Baptist Church was looking for a pastor, and I came down to preach, and they decided that I was the person that they wanted.
Yeah. So how long you been in New Mount Zion?
It'll be 25 years come January.
Yeah, your preaching style is I like is directly to the people, especially to the youth, the people that's in the the inner cities. You speak directly to them. So your style, I think, can get the the youth inside the church.
Well, I was raised in East Baltimore. That's like being raised in the central part of Harlem. I was raised in a neighborhood where heroin was introduced in the 60s. So there are a lot of things about what has been going on in Harlem and what happened in Harlem that are real for me because I was raised in that type of environment. And I always wanted to be someone that would help people get out of that type of lifestyle and move their lives in a more productive way in society. So I was excited about coming to Harlem. I'm glad to be in Harlem. As a matter of fact, I always tease people and said I should have been born in Harlem.
Yeah, you do a great job out in Harlem also. For the youth, you feed a lot of people at your church. I definitely appreciate that.
Well, just this past Thanksgiving, we gave out over 100 baskets to needy families. And normally on Thanksgiving Day, we feed between 1,500 and 2,000 families. This year we couldn't do it because our kitchen was shut down because of violations that we received from the city because of a gas leak that was in our church. And so we had to shut the kitchen down. So there were folks who didn't get fed this Thanksgiving that we've been feeding for the last 23 years.
So you say you feed people stuff like that. What about you do things on like Christmas time for the kids and stuff?
Yeah, during Christmas time, we do things for basically children whose parents are incarcerated. We have a ministry that works very hard, and what we do is we get, if people don't know it, they can know it today. You can actually get from the post office the letters sent to Dear Santa from your zip code. So we take the letters from zip code 10030 and make sure that we try to meet the family needs in our zip code.
Yes, that's a blessing right there. Yeah.
Yeah, so you touched on about the violations. I want to get into that, about the violations.
Okay. Well, right now in Harlem, in the city of New York, but in Harlem especially, there's a lot of gentrification going on, and there are a lot of developers in the area that are going to our churches wanting the air rights over our churches. Now, for those who don't understand what that means, what they're saying is that the space above your church has a dollar value on it. And what they've been doing is they've been getting our churches to enter into development deals where they're putting apartments on top of the churches. And so a lot of our churches have gone with developers because in these economic times, they're looking for ways to maintain and sustain. Our church, fortunately, has not had to go that route, simply because we own our own building. But what has happened in the last about year and a half, because they are building an apartment building across the street from us, a multi-million-dollar apartment building, they have been bringing violations to the church, and we've had to repair, and we actually had to put in a water meter. And churches actually in New York City, for folks who don't know, are exempt from paying water bills. But they made us put in a water meter to judge how much water we were using. When putting the water meter in, we discovered we had asbestos, so we had to do an asbestos cleanup. And so something that should have cost $2,000 ended up costing $18,000. And as you know, churches don't have any income stream but that of the membership. And so we've been holding our own, and we thank God for it.
And that's what we here for today at the Beat. You know, I heard about the situation that's going on with the church and your deadline in January, which you can get into. You can speak more about that. We today at the Beat 139, we have a donation. We asking for donations to help with the church. V probably could get more into that as far as, you know, the site where y'all can go help donate and save this church. So before he get into that, can you explain more about like the deadline and importance of us getting this money to raise the help for the church and the community?
Well, we have violations that we have to get repaired. What happens is they will violate you saying, for instance, there's a crack in the building. So they'll write up a violation. And then you have to go now through the city and follow all the new guidelines that were not in place when the church was built. The church actually should be grandfathered into a lot of things.
Yeah.
Because the church was built before 1939. However, there are new rules and regulations with the city, and so they want us to follow those guidelines, which in essence causes us to have to pay a bigger bill because of the way the church was built in 1918.
Wow.
And so with the violations, just to let you know, when we did the water meter, we found out that the gas lines in the wall were corroded and messed up. So we have to go into the wall and tear out all the gas lines. That's what shut the kitchen down.
Yeah.
And put in new gas lines and all those type of things. And we've given the church, you know, we're raising money in the church. And the deadline is actually the end of January because we do want to try to start this work in February. As a matter of fact, we're going to start the work in February. As you came to see me on Sunday, you said that Beat 139 wanted to help, and we are grateful for any help or any support anybody can give. Our church has serviced and served this community for 101 years, And so we don't ever want to leave Harlem.
And
God bless you.
And not only that, like when he's saying service, the funerals, the people, like he don't even, some people he did it free, don't even charge. This is a man of the community. You know, I never stand behind something that I don't believe in. Like I said, people in the community die, they come, they don't even be members of the church. And simple fact that they from the neighborhood, they get free. Well, I ain't gonna say that's what he doing all the time, so I don't want nobody to think like, oh, it's free. But he have done free funeral service for people, so it's time for us in the community to give back. You know, we definitely need to raise some money and, you know, to get this church up and running, all the donations and everything like that, what we need to do. So, V, can you give them the
Well, it's two ways to contact us. You can contact us at thebeat139@gmail.com, and if you want to donate to the church, you can donate at. We have a Cash App, which is $thebeat139. It's $thebeat139 if you want to send some donations for the Reverend in the church situation, because it's very important. You know, we support our churches in Harlem. We support our churches everywhere, but it's big. And, you know, this church has been there forever, you know, and he's just trying to save the church so he can save souls and help people. And that's a beautiful thing. So thebeat139@gmail.com is how you can contact us. And if you want to donate some money, Cash App thebeat139.
Cash App thebeat139. Every dime will be going to the church. Like I said, we have a January deadline. So please, people, whatever you could send, please send that money to us. We're going to donate to the church. We'll be in the church. Also want to give a nice donation on New Year's also. But we definitely going to try to give a nice sizable donation before the deadline in the end of January.
Can you tell them, like, the address of the church? Where
Yes.
the church is at?
Church is New Mount Zion Baptist Church, 171 West 140th Street, right between Adam Clayton Powell and Lenox Avenue. Many folk in the community have been there for a whole lot of things.
Right.
And so not just funerals, but we've had communities where we used to feed on Tuesdays, but once the kitchen got shut down, we couldn't even feed the homeless anymore.
Right.
And so we're trying to get everything back up and running so that we can do ministry in our community.
So we need our people to support the church. You know,
Any donations help, man. Any donations. Cash, $thebeat139. That's our Cash App. And like V said, if you want to contact us, thebeat139.
gmail.com. And can you tell them what podcast show you're on, sir?
I'm on the Beat 139.
All right, thank you for coming to the show. Thank you very much. All right, let's do a quick one with him.